We begin in Bangladesh, where Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is again facing mass opposition to her rule, and she has vowed a strong response against those she calls criminals. Rival rallies have been held in parts of Bangladesh between her supporters and those who want her to step down. At least 18 people have been killed and dozens more wounded. Now, the government has again shut down mobile internet services, and an indefinite curfew will be imposed in the coming hour. Students and opposition supporters are demanding justice for more than 200 people killed last month during demonstrations against the government job quotas scheme. Now, that's since been scaled back by the country's top court.
All the ministers are in hiding. Wait and see how the people will go and surround the Prime Minister's house. If Sheikh Hasina doesn't resign voluntarily, we will take our next step.
We want the government to resign. We would all then go back to the golden times we had in the past. This is why I came down to the streets.
Tanvir Chowdhury joins us from Dhaka with the latest, and as we said there, at least 18 people are dead. Curfew is about to be put in place within the hour. Can you just give us an idea of exactly how chaotic, what it is like there right now on the streets?
It's very chaotic, it's very tense, it's volatile, it's dangerous in one way to describe. We are in a safe zone right now because it's an access point to the diplomatic area. It's much calmer in this part. There's hardly any private cars, public vehicle, mostly motorcycle, as you can see. People are extremely worried what's going to happen. We were in Shahbag Square, the main center of the protest near the Dhaka University campus. Tens of thousands of students have gathered there. It is their Tahrir Square. They said this is where we're going to call for the resignation and stepping down of this government. And as we came from that area, more and more thousands of students are gathering there. In other areas, there's clashes with the ruling party supporters backed by the police. There's still clashes going on in different parts of the world, and the casualty is going to mount most likely. Tens of thousands of people are still gathering in other parts of the city as well. The Prime Minister, as you mentioned in your report, she said these are criminals and they should be dealt with iron fist. The Home Minister announced a curfew which should start in an hour, local time 6 p.m., 12 GMT, and access to internet, access to social media rather, is again blocked. Mobile internet is blocked, only the broadband is available. So again, the communication blackout is a serious problem for the general population. Many of the people who were with the students are people from all walks of life. They want the government to step down. But it seems like the clash and the bloodbath still going on.
Yeah, Tanvir, we've been getting pictures in over the last few hours from what it is like there on the streets, but it's not particularly clear from those pictures exactly what is happening. We know that there are opposition rallies taking place. Can you just give us any sense of exactly who is attacking who here?
Well, typically the students would gather in a particular point. They have sticks made out of bamboos and other small sticks, but no sharp weapons we have seen. And the ruling party student wings member and supporters would come sometimes with actually firearms and machetes and other sharp weapons. The strange part is they're usually backed by the police, so the student cannot withstand that sort of attack when the police are also firing, and that is a dangerous situation. But eventually the number of crowds with the student is larger. They chase them back with brick bats, and then it's counter chase back and forth. Then the police will fire sound grenades or, tear gas, and will fire buckshot with shotguns. So this is a typical scenario in a clash area. We haven't seen any military presence in the streets anywhere today, even though the curfew is going to be there. The military said they won't attack any civilians. They just want to protect the key installation and to save the general population from any kind of harm's way. So they're staying away basically from getting involved in this student, repressing the students or any other issues. And the students are, so they're friends of us, we are with the military.
Okay.
That's the thing. But the slogan remains, the government must step down.
Yeah, Tanvir, obviously a curfew has been put in place. But has there been any other response from the government or from Sheikh Hasina over these latest killings and these latest protests?
No, other than the fact just a little while ago she made the statement that those who are involved in sabotage activities are basically criminals and they should be dealt with iron fist. And curfew has been basically announced by the Home Minister. There's no other than the fact that yesterday the Prime Minister announced that the door is open for negotiation with the student. They can come anytime and talk with me. But the students said it's too late. There's too much blood in their hand because so many students got killed. We don't want to negotiate. We basically want you to step down. So there's not much other response from the government side, as of yet at least.
Okay, thanks so much, Tanvir. We really appreciate you bringing us the latest there. That's Tanvir Chowdhury for us in Dhaka. Well, we're going to stay with this story and speak to Prapti Taposhi, who is a student and an activist who is at a protest in Dhaka and joins us on the phone line from there. Could you just first of all give us an idea of exactly where you are, what is happening and why you, along with the thousands of others, have once again taken to the streets?
Thank you so much. I'm Prapti Taposhi, a student and an activist. Right now, I am in the middle of the protest. I'm on the streets. We were in Shahbaz, then we went to Science Lab, the area, and we heard and we saw that there were numerous goons. The people who are backed by the police, the ruling party of Bangladesh Awami League, their students wing and their other wing of people are coming down to the streets. And the most alarming thing is they have weapons in their hands. They have revolvers, I believe. We saw video footages of them carrying guns and shooting people. And already we heard that from the news agencies or news media that there are almost 10 deaths today. And if I like to add, yesterday there were fires, shooting as well in Uttara, Hobigan, Sylhet, etc. Numerous places of the country. And right now, when I am on the streets, I'm in the protest. We heard that, as you know already, that the mobile broadband is off. We cannot connect to each other at any way. Only the Wi-Fi broadband is there, but we don't know for how long that they can stay or not.
Right.
So we are assuming another internet blackout so that we could not connect to the international media as well.
Okay, well, given how dangerous and clearly how deadly it is there now on the streets, how long will you plan to stay out there? We know there's a curfew coming in place at the top of the hour in about 55 minutes.
Yeah, the thing is, this is not about a student movement or quota movement anymore. I'm on the streets and I can see lots of people here. There are so many people here, and not only students, the teachers, the journalists, the photographers, the lawyers, everywhere, the rickshaw pullers, the people who work only for a day or somewhere. All of the people of all livelihood that I assume we are here, and we will be here on the roads until the government is down. We all are wanting, we all are chanting only one slogan, that is "Step down Hasina." And we want the Hasina government to step down. And until the Hasina government is stepped down, we will be on the streets. We will continue our protest in different forms and different movements. Already we have our similar events for 2 days ahead that we will do march to Dhaka. All of the people of Bangladesh, all of the areas of Bangladesh, like Mushiband and others, where people are shooting right now, where police are shooting right now, they will come to Dhaka and we will continue our protest again.
Right. I just want to know why you're back out on the streets again, because obviously this started out as all about the job quota scheme. We know the Supreme Court has scaled that right back. So why have you taken to the streets again? And is this really all about Sheikh Hasina and your demand for her to step down?
The people of Bangladesh have come down to the streets again because this is not about quota anymore. The government has blood in their hands. We heard that there are we heard from so many hospitals that the actual death records, actual medical records is not given to the agencies or to the media. And we even heard the news that there are so many bodies that have been taken away and buried otherwhere. So we are already sure the people of Bangladesh have no doubt that this government has blood in their hands. They have killed our brothers and sisters. They have picked up our brothers and sisters in jail. And now we know that this regime has no accountability. This has no accountability to stay in the government or to be our prime minister or to be in the government anymore. And we saw that the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is continuously lying to international media. We saw that Arafat, our minister, is constantly lying to the media, and they are saying that no police is killing the students. But we saw video footages of police killing the students, police killing unarmed civilians. The whole world saw the video footages of that, and still we saw that yesterday in a press conference, our Home Minister, he said that no police killed the students. So we believe that they are completely lying, they are liars, and we do not at all. The people of Bangladesh don't feel safe anymore in their hands. This is why we are wanting that this autocrated, this dictator Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina should step down, and we will continue our fight. We will continue even if our lives are snatched away, even if we are dead. Other people, our other comrades, our other brothers and sisters, they will continue our fight, and we will keep resisting. We will keep on fighting till the Sheikh Hasina regime is down.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there, but thank you for giving us a first-hand account of what it is like there and why protesters are out there. That's Prapti Tapushi, a student and activist who is in Dhaka out on the streets protesting. Well, earlier we spoke to Takbir Huda, the South Asia regional researcher at Amnesty International. He says the government has been using disproportionate force on demonstrators.
What's happening in Bangladesh right now is nothing short of a historic revolution. I mean, you would think after the heavy-handed response that we witnessed over the last 2 weeks, which led to the deaths of at least 200 people, and injuries of thousands more, a shoot-on-site curfew order, an unprecedented 11-day internet shutdown. You would think that that was enough to, douse the popular spirit, but the people have come back even more resilient. And now it's not just a student movement. People from all walks of life have joined the students. Yesterday we saw, rickshaw pullers join the students, musicians, artists, actors, you name it, everyone was on the streets. So right now, as I said, that we're witnessing something quite unprecedented and historic, and despite every excessive use of force that we saw, the people are steadfast and resilient, and it really is crucial in terms of how the government responds to their demands. Amnesty International, we have been verifying evidence of the extent to which the use of force that we witnessed was lawful, and we found that overwhelmingly it was unlawful, because our findings showed the unlawful use of birdshot, which is a hunting weapon that was used against unarmed student protesters. We found dangerous use of tear gas in enclosed student spaces. We found evidence of unrestrained use of lethal firearms, such as AK pattern assault rifles. So all of these violate, the restraint principle and the protection principle under international human rights law that Bangladesh and its law enforcement officials were obligated to uphold. So, and at the same time, aside from the use of force against protesters, we saw the communications blackout, which is also a violation of its obligation under international covenant on civil and political rights, because it completely blocked the ability of people to conduct, human rights monitoring at a situation when human rights was most at risk.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.